Previously on Dragon Ball Z Mouth, we were at 405 LP, but then we play this Graves game, and then we were at 421 LP, and then we play this game, but then this happens, and it's no longer a good game. That's right, Mordekaiser doesn't die, and I die. Watching this again makes me fucking triggered, and I try my best to, do whatever I could this game, start making things happen, but I don't think my best was the best, and I lose because of it. Actually, it's because they had the LCS players and we had a bunch of solo queue players who weren't in, let's be honest here, top form. Next game I played Kha'Zix, but we're not really off to a good start, and I want to ask you guys a question that I have not done for a very long time. Would you stay on this tower, yes or no? There's a 100% chance I'm going to die from this tower dive, but you always got to focus the person who has the tower aggro, and it's just a really stressful time, and I could have killed the Janna if I auto-attacked her. I just queued her, and I would have definitely got a double kill, but fuck, it's those high pressure situations where you got to figure out what to do really quickly. Staying there, of course, was definitely a bad idea. If the Lee Sin tanked all of the shots, I would have just died for free. So in the end, I should have definitely left the tower alone and let them get it, but they fuck up the tower dive and I could have got a double kill, which could have led me to snowball this game. Anyways, with bot getting fucked, mid lane being somewhat killable, but whatever. I tend to stay around the top lane since it is easy ganks with a Malphite. Then Talia comes and fucks him, but I think I can duel this person with Skirmisher's Saber. Unfortunately, I don't really know the potential of this champion, aka my champion. Analyzing it, I don't think I could have killed her because she still had her flash. Could have flashed her Q, but it was a risky, aggressive play that I had to try out. Again, I camped the top lane because if you look at the minimap, who can you really gank, right? Can't really gank bottom because you might get counter ganked. If you go middle, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of wards because of Janna roaming, and top lane is easy ganks when I have a Malphite on my team. Anyways, exhaust really sucks, and my team's already not really here. They're all in the back line and stuff. But I was just pretty hypey after that reset, which I should have just played a little safer. Anyways, right here, I'm trying to pick off a kill somewhere, maybe like an isolated target. Luckily, Lee Sin Qs to me, and he aggroes the Baron, and I'm happy. For now. Right here, I see the Janna is pretty low, so that's an easy reset for me. I have to jump out because GP is on me and I'm playing a little bit more safer, so I'm not going to Hammerinos unless I can get a reset. Then a little later in this team fight, you can see we get a pick on the Jhin, and Malphite gets a nice ultimate onto the Talia and Gangplank, and I see that Gangplank is the true threat here, so I just kill him, blow all my shit on him, and then I do the Scuttle Crab because I have nothing else to do while not being in range of any of Lee Sin's spells, so I don't die randomly in the team fight, and we can do the Baron off this. Right here is another team fight where I want to kill this Jhin because he's really low, right? Then I want to kill the Janna. I jump at her, but she tornadoes me, which is a really good tornado, and I'm actually really scared of going back in because of Talia zoning me off. So I back up, but my W is actually coming off cooldown, so I maybe could have killed the Janna, but I was so scared of the Talia. But these team fights are going pretty well for us. Now next up is going to be another team fight, but I make the mistake here of leaping even though she's already in melee range, so there's actually no point of me leaping at her. But I do luckily dodge her W, which could have killed me, and yeah, if that W actually landed on me, I would have definitely died. Fortunately, I do live, and we do win the team fight. Now, right here we start to siege, but honestly, it's a pretty bad idea because the enemy team has pretty good initiation, and usually all team fights or leads get dropped because you start sieging a tower without any actual poke. Well, you kind of do have poke from Vel'Koz, but their initiation is also pretty strong coming from Talia, Lee Sin, and even Gangplank. So it was a pretty bad throw of us, but right here I'm lurking in the bush because I feel like I can get a kill, which I do get it on Gangplank, but that's someone with the Guardian Angel, which really sucks because I don't get a reset off that, and right here I just get flashed on. But yeah, fuck man, that sieging call, that was I was agreeing with it even if it wasn't me. I don't remember if it was me or not, but it seemed like a decent thing to do, but obviously it wasn't the best thing to do at all. And I'm pretty sure we could have won if we contested Baron or something like that and just waited until it spawns, or just fight in the open and not somewhere near a tower. Whoops, bad calls equals no elo. Also, I am retiring from Kha'Zix once again. Next game we play Wukong because one of our teammates said play Wukong, and then I was just like, what do I play, and thinking that, but I was like, oh okay, I guess I'll play Wukong. And then I was like, wait, why the fuck am I playing Wukong? And then I made poor decisions. Yeah, I don't know. This game, I don't even fucking show it. It's fucking embarrassing. This game was so fucking in the bag, but I fucked up so bad. I'm not even gonna show you where I fucked up, because it's just fucking bad. But in the next game, I play Graves with 2 people you might know. Here comes Autism Voice. I'm back. You can see there's Gosu, and I'm just gonna fucking call him Orlando. I feel like he goes by many names. Basically, in this game, it kind of felt stompy at one point. I don't know why, but it just felt that way. You can see like there's not a lot of kills going on, and I feel like we're really ahead. But then this happens and we're in a pretty sticky situation as I am being just stunned and slowed all over the place. I've literally fucking done nothing in this team fight, and then this Echo is actually just shitting on me super hard. I just, holy fuck, I played that skirmish really badly. There was like Bard stuns and it was a 2v3, but I was pretty confident we could do something like that. But y'all gotta watch this Varus, just watch the cleanup. It's actually pretty intense. I do apologize, I missed half of it, but it was pretty fucking cool that he lived, and I was like, ooh, wunderbar, which if you guys didn't know means wonderful in German. But yeah, all I did was farm this game, did fuck all. Team did stuff, well, honestly, I was keeping track of where Kha'Zix was and following on every gank he went to, and just played the tracking knife game without the tracker's knife, so yeah, I think I did decent. Not really though. The laners just won by themselves. And yeah, I did nothing, which is good, I guess. In the next game though, it was a diamond game, so no one really expects like a jungler coming at 3 or 4 minutes, so they don't ward for it, which means easy kills around the map. And like people's map awareness are a little bit lower. For instance, the Syndra in the mid lane should have known that I was going to gank her pretty soon since I was coming from the top lane, but she didn't expect it, I guess. But I do make a mistake here. You can see I see the Jaxes in the top lane, but I really want to do this blue buff, but I think I should have ghosted to the top lane and maybe try to do a counter gank. It is lucky enough that Kayle does, teleport in for some assistance, and we do get a cleanup kill onto the Sion. I mean, Jax does flash out, so I can't really kill him. But yeah, I don't know, whenever I'm in diamond games, it's much easier to go for a heavy gank style because, your enemies aren't really keeping track of where you are at the moment. While if you play like in challenger or master games, people know where you are, people ward so much more, and it's really hard to make plays after like 5 minutes when people get their side stones and pink wards out in the river. So that's why you see me ganking a lot more often. Otherwise, I'd probably be keeping track of where the enemy jungler is and farming a lot. Now, right here, I make the mistake of saying, ooh, this Jax looks juicy, I want his fucking jungle. Then I kind of get cucked right here and get collapsed on. Luckily, I do dodge the Syndra EQ. But if I use my W after my first auto attack, she'd be a dead bitch. Unfortunately, I suck. And right here, I see Tahm Kench is coming. So I kind of want to fight it, but at the same time, it's kind of risky. And I really want this kill on the Bard, but he does get away. And now I'm dead. And then right here I see a juicy Syndra, but then she gets an EQ combo on me. Well, just the E combo on me, but fuck, I was so pissed that she gets away, and so I just ghosted after her. But obviously I'm not catching up. Actually I have more movement speed than her, but I really wanted that kill. Unfortunately, I plop. And that is why you can't be greedy in the game of League of Legends, because shit like that happens. Now we do want to siege top lane with 3 members, but of course there are 3 enemy members, and I want to ask you guys a question. Would you leave this Tahm Kench to die? Yes or no? You're fucking right you want to ditch him. He's dead. You don't want to die in that team fight, so you just piece the fuck out of there. Unless, Bard comes to say hi, then you can go back in. And later on, team fight erupts, but you can see it is a 4v5. That's not really good. But the enemy team comes in one at a time and we just basically kite them. Well, Caitlyn almost dies here. Luckily, she flashes out of the Syndra W, and now Braum is tanking me while I flank them from the side, but I'm still a little scared because Syndra and Bard have CC that are a little unpredictable. But finally, once I see an opportunity to jump in, I jump in. But I get CC'd so much that I couldn't get my QR combo off fast enough before a bunch of damage came at me. But we still win the 4v5 just because enemy team played it pretty badly. And all of them suicided into the Kayle, who had her ultimate still up. So yeah, it was a decent team fight. Would we fight a 4v5 in general? Well, if the enemy team plays it like that, then yes we would. Anyways, we eventually do get Baron because of these 2 picks I make. Ignore the Jax because I do have Ghost on to chase down the Jhin, but then I do pick off the Jax later to guarantee a spot for the Baron. Now, you may be wondering, why did I build Ghostblade and then Phantom Dancer? That is a very good question you may ask in your head. Well, that's because they have a Sion who is tanky, and also Jax is somewhat tanky with his ultimate, and I realized, wait a minute, I can't build armor penetration build in this game. They don't really have too much squishies. They have quite a good front line, so I was like, you know what, halfway through the build, I was like, I'm gonna build some crit and go for some late game carrying. I also built Hexdrinker because I'm just sick of this fucking Syndra one-shotting me. But you know, as long as you have some AD, you can always build Phantom Dancer and get some crit. Anyways, this game's over and I get some LP. Next game we play Soraka, but wait, I know you're thinking, fuck off, don't show me these Soraka games, so boring. But wait, I did something smart that I want to show you guys. And it's not that silence that stops the Vel'Koz from ulting onto the Sivir, in which we actually turn on him and, you know, get a kill on him. And Jhin also dies, but it's going to be this 2v2 play when we're ahead, but that's besides the point. But this play made me feel so smart and so happy that you guys would be proud of me. But it's a play like this that I have to think 2 steps ahead of the enemy team. So I haven't used my silence on anyone yet. I'm actually holding it for this Vel'Koz. You know, I don't want him shooting that laser shit at me, so I'm purposely holding my silence on to cancel his ultimate. Now, you guys watching probably didn't notice my dumb play, which was not healing Sivir at all during the 2v2. And when it came down to it, I actually had to use my ultimate at the end to make her survive. But yeah, this game was over because, I don't know, people on our team just kept dying. Me and my AD carry were playing really far back and actually getting shit on lane because of all the poke. But we still win anyways. And give me that LP. Next up is going to be this Ashe game, and this game, I was quite sad. I played really good in this game. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. I was like, damn, I've never played this good in my entire life. At least on AD carry. But yeah, I was thinking, where the fuck is enemy jungler? Where's the mid laner all the time? I was doing good in the laning phase. Yeah, I was feeling like I was made out of something good. Like this dive, I felt like I played really good here. Like I could have flashed the Alistar combo and not got CC'd, but yeah, right here, I almost bait the enemy team into a really bad dive for them, but they actually both get away with Ezreal living with a sliver of health. I think maybe if I flashed the Alistar combo, it would have gone definitely better. But yeah, I learned with someone like Ashe, you just gotta play super passive as fuck, otherwise you just get shit on, and maybe once you get your ultimate you can make some plays, but other than that you just play super passive and kind of far back so you don't die in the laning phase. But once you're out of the laning phase, you're actually quite a good AD carry, so that's definitely what I want to emphasize more whenever I play AD carry, is the laning phase. I feel like my mid game and late game are decent, but you know, sometimes there's positioning I gotta work on. Like here, right here, this dive is actually really good. We see the Alistar is pretty low and he's almost baiting us, but I actually pussy out, which was a bad thing. I could have actually killed the Alistar. I just kind of forgot that I had a Soraka to keep healing me, and he doesn't get away. At least actually kills her, but this Hecarim is fucking massive and I can't do shit to him, so I die. Right here, we actually do catch the Hecarim. I probably should have used my ultimate, but I was just waiting until Hecarim uses ultimate. Also, I didn't think we could actually burst him, so it was a bit weird using my ultimate, but I made a positioning error of ignoring the Kennen, which led to my death. I probably should have arrowed the Kennen, to be honest, but I fucked up. Right here, I see Kennen, and you know, I'm hoping to God he does not have flash, because he might flash onto me, so I'm kind of scared of him, but thankfully he does not have it. And I know he's going to Q at some point, so I just randomly sidestep because I thought he might do it there. But I fuck up here because this is actually kind of crucial. I use my W before Kennen comes out of Zhonya's because I was trying to, you know, do some AoE damage in a team fight. But if I used it after he comes out of stasis and combine it with my auto, I don't think I would have took so much damage. Thus, well, actually, it leads to Alistar killing me. I probably would have still died from the Hecarim coming, but it is interesting to note that something so small as that led to my death. Right here, my team, they get caught out, which is obviously really bad, but I feel like my team wasn't really thinking at all, or like no one was leading the team. You know, I knew how to win this game. You just had to wave clear. You just had to stall until like, what, 40 minutes or whatever. Then you might win the game because our late game is actually beast-like. But yeah, everyone in this game is like, fuck, this team's stupid. I know everyone's thinking it, but I can't lead the team because I'm on an AD carry role, which is bad. I don't know how to lead from there. And usually people in Challenger have an idea of how to win the game, but I think some people were overconfident, which kind of led to that that one bad team fight. I have zero opinion on what to do because I'm playing from an AD carry role, which gives me a different perspective of how I view the game and how to win it. I generally know how to win it, but I didn't really know which were the good fights and which were the bad fights. So I just let my team do the shot calling. Also, this Zacky was poorly positioned. I didn't get all the way to the wall, so my range was a little fucked up, which makes me expend my flash to get the kill on Twisted Fate, but if I move closer to the wall, then I wouldn't have to use my flash. Also, we get the first tower, because we do see Kha'Zix in the top lane, so this is my opportunity to get the first tower gold. Now, Syndra wants to go to the bottom lane. I'm like, you know what, I'm reminding her about Twisted Fate coming. And I can't really say if it was a good call or not, but I didn't realize the hit points of the bottom lane. Also, our GP does not have his ultimate or his teleport, otherwise he would have came down here. But, you know, all of this happened after we took down the mid tower, and I was just scared about the teleport presence coming from the enemy team. And I was kind of right, and I think the right call would have been to just back and get the bottom tower later, because we were kind of low from the mid lane dive. And you know, people might be looking at chat and being like, you're flaming. That's not fucking flaming. That's just venting and not directed at anyone. Calling someone an inbred bitch boy bitch and acknowledging that it was directed towards him, that's flaming. Although it is a little passive aggressive, but now I see why people be passive aggressive, because you can't go full rage mode because it does demoralize team morale. But yeah, I don't know, the bottom dive, honestly I fucked up because I didn't see the hit point of Janna and Tristana, so maybe I could have got a kill on them if I went there sooner. But again, it is very unnecessary to go in the bot lane because we can just recall, buy some shit and come back there later, instead of going down there with half hit point and none of our ultimates. Anyways, I just want to say that I think I'm going to play Zac a lot more because Rek'Sai and Gragas got nerfed. Also, he was pretty powerful, and I already said in the jungle tier list that like he was pretty awesome. But I am so fucking happy that Gragas got nerfed and no one's playing him anymore, and if someone does play him, that's a free win if they are on the enemy team. Of course, if they're on your team, that's a free loss. Anyways, you can see in this team fight, things are going decent for us. I mean, Tristana just jumped into us, so that's a good thing. Oh, wait, she actually isn't retarded. She actually got a double kill off that. But Janna does fuck her, and these two just come into the bush. That is a very satisfying E if I do say so myself. Anyways, this is the team fight that kind of decides it all. You can see two people are down on each of the teams, and I try and go for a dive on Tristana, which is pretty risky, but I do have a lot of armor so I can tank the tower. Now Syndra does, she does explode, but Kha'Zix jumps on me and Tristana jumps in melee range of me and Gangplank. Not the smartest idea, but then I'm like, fuck that shit, that's too risky. So I'm just like, let's peace out of here, but this guy surprises me and he gets a kill on Kha'Zix. Now, this Olaf, I'm 50% sure he doesn't have his ultimate, so I can CC him just a little bit, and he actually can't do shit to me because, you know, Zac is really tanky, then GP leaves me, but then my team arrives, and I'm trying to escape. But then the enemy team just kind of ignores me, like, Twisted Fate doesn't go for my blobs, so I come back, and I actually don't die, and they get a kill onto the Twisted Fate, and we basically get the Baron buff off this play. Now with the Baron buff in our hands, I'm like, hey, a pink ward. Then this Kha'Zix jumps on me, but I do know that my teammates are around me. GP has teleport ? Well, actually he doesn't, but he does have his ultimate. But you know, Zac is someone you just can't really make a pick on because he's honestly just too fucking tanky. I think he's a jungler who will probably get a nerf in the future. I also want to say this, you should run like 30% CDR runes with your Quints and Blues, and make sure that adds up to 30% cooldown reduction at level 18, so you can have your Spirit Visage for the 40%. And honestly, before I use this rune set, I just felt like shit on Zac because his cooldowns were actually quite high. But once I had like 40% CDR, I felt awesome. I felt like I did things. I felt useful for once. When I had like 10% CDR, I felt like shit. But yeah, it did feel like a big difference when I had no CDR on him. But then when I run 40%, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucking unkillable. And I do damage. But right here in this Graves gank, this is actually something that fucked the bottom lane super hard. Look how big this wave is. And look what I do. A clean dive where none of our teammates actually die and both of the enemy bottom laners die. Now, I did not make the call to come here. I was just in the area because I saw the enemy Rek'Sai was in the top side, so I took his blue buff, and it just happened that I was in the area to do this little dive. But if you're an enemy team who experienced this, your lane is fucking donezo. Like, you cannot recover from this unless you get a really good gank, but you are extremely behind and like you can't do shit. So bot lane in my eyes is fine. Oh, and my top lane. So this game's gonna be over. But you may be wondering, how the fuck are you 2, 3, and 3 and making up half of the deaths of your team, while your team has 13 kills and 3 deaths? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. So, on to the next game. Actually, I think we're out of time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But on the next episode of Dragon Balls in Mouth, we play a game where I fucking DC. Do I win that game? You better find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.